Right, apologies for that. Apparently I screwed up and I was sending it out to yesterday's stream. Apologies. Right, so we're now streaming to today's stream and not yesterday's. Oh dear. Right, I do have an audio check. It actually sounded really loud, actually. All right. It's quite funny. No, it's not really. Okay, let's continue. Let's jump in. Apologies for that, guys. Yeah, my volume does look loud, and I really need to do something about its positioning because it's on the wrong side of the desk. Filters. Let's go down a couple of decibels. See how that is. I'll go down to 8. How's that? Is that any better? That might be too quiet now. Yeah, that's too quiet now, isn't it? We'll try 12. That looks a little better. Hey, Noah, how are you, buddy? And Daz, welcome to both of yous. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Glen screwed up this morning. Nothing unusual. I'm sure you're all used to that. Apparently I had my data going out to yesterday's stream. So yes, apologies for the late start. We're going to take another look at Occupy Mars. Jump back into that one. Because we had the nuclear update. And that has added nuclear power now. So we're no longer struggling to keep our systems alive. What we do have to decide on this is, does that mean we're now ready to actually set up permanently and grow plants? Because last time we were kind of limited on both power and water, I think. Or was it just power? We may need a pump in between the water and the power. Sorry, in between the water and the base. Because I don't know if there's actually enough pressure coming out of a tank. But yes, welcome everybody. Welcome back. Okay, so you guys have... Oh, I didn't check. I see, I'm sure I set up the audio last night. You guys have got game audio. Yeah, you got... I know I set that up last night, see? Oh, man. Okay. Oh dear, after it not working yesterday, I made sure I came in and made sure that that was working. Apparently I forgot everything else. I'm sorry, I find that funny. So we have a lot of plants. We can grow some plants. What is that? Uranium. This is something you generally want to carry in your pocket. And this pen drive. Now, that's it. I was thinking I got a comment. What was the comment, Glen? You forgot to write it down. It was the pen drive. File. Insert into the mechanics workbench. Right. That's what we got to do. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the comments. Glen, you've got to learn to start writing more of them down. I've written some comments down. I've started to pin comments to my monitor. Well, to my second monitor. So that I can remember to read them. Because, yeah, well, I'm terrible. Mechanics workbench. Our power's on, or isn't it? Because we don't need to worry about power anymore. Everything's just on, right? Yeah, green lights all across the board. Much better now. All right. Okay. Mechanics workbench. This is the electricity. Mechanics workbench. You don't have to stand on it, Glen. Calm down. Right. Now, do we just put it in the inventory, or I presume we must put it in the inventory? Let's have a look. We've got a point. So we can go additional range on the remote. Who cares? We can go antenna for the remote. Who cares? When does Glen use the remote? What, you mean when he crashes? Oh, I know, he does it all the time. Okay, let's try... I don't know if this... Oh, look, start decoding. That's what he says right there. Do you want it in my inventory? Oh, it beeped because it's not in my inventory. No. Insert into the mechanics workbench. I tried that. You didn't like it. May work with other science benchmarks, but then loses effectiveness. So why is it? What am I doing wrong? Transfer. Oh, no, because that just moves it. Yeah. No. What would I be doing wrong, you reckon? Because if I try it from here, it doesn't do anything. Try it from here, it's not doing anything. Have I already done this one? I was told in a comment that I didn't do it, but to be honest, I can't remember. Okay, I'm going to leave it in there for now until we figure out what we're doing with it. Because I don't really know what I'm doing with it. Mechanics. There's not anything to do from here. See, it's the same things. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. We'll get back to it. Maybe I did do it. I don't know. I was told in the comments I didn't. So I'm believing the comments. Because generally the comments tend to be right about that sort of thing. So anyway, how's our oxygen and stuff? Okay, so that needs repairs. I might do the blowtorch too if I can. I need to switch a battery. I love the fact that we've got 2 batteries now. Let's put 5 on the shelf first. Then grab that one. Right. We want to fix that. Repair. I will also try repairing these. I don't know if I can, but we're going to give it a go. So how is everybody today anyway? What's going on with you, Noah? What about you, Daz? How's life treating you? Take, assembly, repair. Now, I think we need to use this assembly option to assemble those rockets. That was never part of when I played it. See, I had somebody else lying to me and telling me that you can do it and he's done it and all the rest of it. But no, maybe in the update that he was running, but not in the standard update that I was running. And when I say lying, it's not that he was mistaken. He was another YouTuber trying to get my viewers. And what it was is I actually went and watched one of his streams. He was bogusing things, is all I could really say. He was grinding off on stream, and then things magically appeared off stream. Right, that's what I'm thinking. We haven't done anything with these in ages. And it was very strange that things were just magically appearing off stream. No, and we got nothing in the greenhouse. Which is why I like to do things on stream. We're going the wrong way, Glen. Greenhouse is this way. Pretty sure there's nothing happening as far as growing. So, yeah, we could go back to growing. The problem I have with that is if we go into... Bet you it hasn't been fixed. Was it this one? I was thinking it's been fixed. No? Wait. There, we still have a tree. I could delete this dome and see if that fixes it. But if I delete this dome, my guess is that means I will have to probably delete all of this too. Because unless they've fixed the other thing that I reported, you can't build these after the domes. Now, I reported that to the devs. I don't know if they've fixed it. Look, the devs of this game don't seem to give you any feedback. It's really hard to know if they're actually intending to do changes or not if they don't give feedback to the bug reports. But I did tell them that you can't rebuild these No, the domes, and attach them to these. Oh, one or the other, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. We have a tree in here. And if we're going to do that, I'm going to need silly cones. Right, oh, there's a bike out here. What's the bike got?
Equalizer pressure.
Right, so how's all our audios today? Are they all balanced out? Because everything was screwy yesterday. A bit behind, keeps refreshing. Oh, is your internet a bit slow today, or is it mine? I hope it's not mine. Change down to 720p. 720p will give you a smooth video without it buffering all the time, mate. 720p is still good quality. No matter how many people used to complain about when my videos were 720p, the truth is, those same people watch a 1080p video that was worse quality. What I've actually discovered when it comes to videos is I can make my videos 1080p
alert. Incoming sandstorm.
1080p low quality, or I can make it 720p high quality and people complain. It always made me laugh. Anyway, we need to put the soup battery in. Yeah, people like 1080p because it's 1080p, but they don't look at the actual quality of the video. It's all pixelated 1080p, mate. Okay, so there's nothing in that one anyway. And there's nothing in this one. Right, so the bike is empty. We've got weather coming in. That sucks. So I could grind out, I think I have to grind out both of these to do that tree. That's going to suck too, mate. Weather alert. Okay, let's just check on our power grid for now. Let's just make sure everything else is working. This should be full by now because of the... See, why is this not full? If we're now running the kilowatt power, why is there only 421 coming in? We need to check this out. Bloody ads. I'm going to snooze that. I've got one more ad I can snooze. What? Something went wrong. Give it again. Try again later. I've only got 50 seconds. Oh, I'm apparently not able to snooze the ad. I do apologise. All I'm going to do is check out my power grid. Make sure the power grid is running. Why am I only getting 400 odd power? We do have the kilowatt thing, right? What happened to my save? Oh no, it is. I was going to say I had a kilowatt generator. Are you okay? Don't ever ride this thing, mate. This turbo rocket thing. It's fun. I mean, it's dangerous. Can I don't see a display on it. Okay. It looks like it's working. Why wasn't I getting irradiated? I know I've got the better suit on, but I thought you still got some... Anyway. Now all I can see is this big red something went wrong with Twitch. Sorry. Hang on. Am I getting two different chats now? Sandstorm. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, it's just that one's not showing me what I don't need to see. Ah, okay. Right. So, input. No device detected. Wait, what? Where is my... Come around here. Go the wide one. The wide one then goes... Where the hell are you going? Kilowatt power. Okay. Apparently I put it over here for whatever reason. I don't know why. I reckon because I have that there, that's why I was having problems with... Okay. What I'm going to do... Give me a sec. Ads. Nobody cares about ads. Give me this. Nope, not that. We want... six. I reckon this is supposed to come in over here. Do we want to do the kilowatt at the back? I reckon I'll do it at the back. I reckon this power is supposed to come in over here somewhere. Damn sure it is. Why do you still say no device detected? There it is. Kilowatt power. Right. Okay, so we want... $15. Whoops. 15. What are you doing?
Warning. Weather alert. Incoming
12%.
sandstorm.
Where's the rest of me bloody power? Can I have some more power, please? Usually, when that's set to 100%, and then you start setting the others, it subtracts. Does it not do that anymore? $15. So did you not subtract that from the 100 like you used to? Yeah. So if I do another one, you're not going to do it again? It used to do that. Okay, whatever. Let's just take 50% of the power. Right. And now can I have like, I don't know, 5% of it here? How can that be? That doesn't mathematically make sense, does it? Glen's not good with math. I'm going to set all of these to 15, whether they're using 15 at the moment or not. It makes more sense that I give them what they're going to require later. Okay. How many percentage is that then? 12 and 12 is 24. 24 and 24 is 56. So I should be on... Oh, okay, 42. My mathematics isn't good, but apparently that should be right now. And 61.4 coming out. And that runs to this set, I think. Input. What's going on the output? Where do you go? To here. What is that? What is this? It's nothing. Hang on, what? Okay, hang on. What slot are you going to? Slot 36, the very last slot. There's nothing on the last slot. So, we need to send that power. What are you? Energy storage. You're a battery. That needs to go into the battery. That battery then feeds this. Man, I might have to redo this entire power grid. Because this is just a shambles, isn't it? Where do you get your power from? No. Hang on. Is blue out? I've forgotten colours now. Yellow is in.
Warning. Weather alert. Incoming sandstorm.
Yellow is in. So you're going into there. Then that goes where? Spaghetti Junction? Into here. I have no clue at this point what is going on. What I'm going to do, 48. What I'm going to do, put that on 0. Wow, man, I think I have to redo this entire system. Actually, I will leave it on the last one, because. It's just going to mean I can work with the others. So 48%. What I'm going to do is just slap... I don't even know what's going on at this point. Actually, let's leave that. Let's see where the base is getting its bloody power from. Because at this point, I'm kind of confused by my own power system. I slapped it together very quickly last week with that kilowatt power, and I've obviously screwed that up. See, what is this? Is that going to the base? That's not the base, is it? $32 kilowatts going into... What is that thing? Storage tanks. It has to be storage tanks, right? That's the Hoodaki. Why have I got 600 going into this? Slot... Is that slot 1? That's slot 1, so that's the base. So 600 going into the base. Where do you...
Warning.
I'm going to have to
Sandstorm
redo
imminent.
this whole
Time
system
filter.
later.
Warning.
I'll come in... Oh, yeah. I'll come in during my free time to redo that.
New message.
Okay, now I'm going to go inside. I was going to try...
Vessel pressure.
You can... Oh, or at least you used to be able to leave the damn
Vessel
thing.
pressure.
See, it shouldn't drag me around when I'm inside the building. This is closed, isn't it? Why does air pressure drag me around? Ah, this is open. Come on. I could have just... Okay, we're going to ignore it. We're going to ignore it. We're going to go further in and see if that stops dragging me.
Equalizer pressure. Low pressure line.
Okay. Yeah, we're just going to forget about the garage. Man, that was... It never used to be that strong. I think I might have turned it up, or they did. One of the three. Right, let's ignore the storm. Yeah, my power grid's a mess. I might have to come in on my off time with something and redo the whole blasted thing.
Water refilled.
Let's refill our water and our oxygens for now, while we wait for that storm. Let's switch our battery over. The water, oxygen. Yeah, we don't actually need to, but we'll switch it anyway. Right, so yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm meant to do with that, apart from putting it into other desks. But I'm not sure if I've already put it in this one or not. Come on, come here. Thank you. Okay. We have our oxygen. There's not much I can do with that storm other than plan. Let's have a look and see what this says the power is now. 1,912. And we're using 700 or 7,000. Hang on, what? No, we have 7,200. We're using 1,900. Wow, I use a lot of power per hour. Water. That's water there, Glen. We're using... Hang on. We're plus 24. Ah, we're going up. Hang on. 67.55. 267.55. Go up again, please. You went up. I just saw you go up. What did you go up from? 2. Anyway. 267. Yeah, it is going up. Okay. So we're coming in at 24 per hour. So we could do some plants. We do have plenty of water then in that case. If 24 coming in per hour. I think last time I grew we were using about 100 per hour. So that gives us a reasonable amount of water. Okay. So those are our options. We can grow. Can't really do much else when it comes to how much power's coming in. Plus is 594. See, that's not all of the power. I'll really have to do that, redo that power grid sometime in my own time. We don't have any silicon though. See, I still have to go out to get silicon. I think the wind's dying down now. I might have to feel like I yell over it. Yeah, we're still going to have to go out and get silicon in order to plant plants. So there's really not a whole hell of a lot I can do because I don't have the resources stored. I can already see it's dirty. It's going to be a bad idea, isn't it?
Equalizing pressure.
Is this a bad idea? Starting to feel like a bad idea. I'm struggling to walk.
Low pressure warning. Sleep deprivation warning.
Sleep deprivation. Ah! Well, let's do that then. That'll get rid of the storm. We'll sleep. We'll come back in the morning. That way. That way. It was straight ahead, Glen. Oh. Yeah, we'll sleep. That'll get us through to the morning. And then we won't have to worry about the blasted storm. Alright. Is it a good idea? Yeah, I don't know, eh? I started getting pushed around and I thought, not really a good idea. Not the best idea, Glen. You're gonna get killed. You're gonna get smashed against the wall. Oh dear. Alright, 10 to 6 in the morning. She's dark. Storm's over though. Why have we lost power? Oh, maybe because I didn't hook it up properly. Anyway, let's not worry about any of that. Let's have breakfast. That'll make us feel better. They've changed this around, haven't they? Still go through the inventory though. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Oh, how was my water? And I'm not going to redo all that. I've just done that. And we've got extra batteries now. I think we're good. We're just going to go out and we're just going to start our day. Because we need to sort out this power grid, Glen. Why have you now lost power? You should have actually had plenty. Unless I screwed up the power when I rerouted it yesterday. What was that flash? Wasn't jumping jack flash, was it? What was that noise? I think there's a stormtrooper coming. No? All the funny noises? I thought maybe there was a stormtrooper or something.
Equalizing pressure.
This
Sleep
section has power.
50%.
This section has power. Ah, okay, there's definitely damage. There's definitely damage because that section has power. And I did get the ramp up slightly. I thought I started getting the ramp up, but I wasn't 100% sure. Okay. Yeah, damage done. I think that's why part of it's working and part of it's not. I have thought about this as a way of saving power. What you do is you set up your base so that you have a section that divides off your living quarters from the rest of your base. And in an emergency, you come out with your grinder and remove that section, and it cuts all the rest of your base off. And it will just save you a ton of power. But we don't need to do that anymore with a kilowatt power. The other option, of course, was just building a separate section, but, you know, Glen likes to do things the hard way. If you can't do things the hard way... Well, actually, I don't like doing things the hard way. I hate grinding for no reason. Let's be honest about it.
Equalizing pressure.
Okay, so what's going on here? What exactly is broken?
Low pressure warning.
What be broken, mate? See, does this whole section need to be replaced or something then? Because if we have to keep replacing sections and they bug, this could be an issue. Okay, let's look at the map, because the map will actually help me. So that's power. So none of that has power. What? Then why was it the door opening? No, that's power. That was water, you kid. That's power. So we have power. So why are these not opening? But then it also says these batteries are flat. That battery's flat. So I've definitely screwed up the power grid. Pressure. Yep, they're open. State of repair. Okay, so if state of repair is green all over, why are my doors not opening? Why is there low-level radiation through most of the base? Oh, sunlight! Be sunlight in these domes. But then why is there radiation in here? This should be closed off, right? And if it's sunlight, wouldn't you think the corridors would have a small amount because they have windows? And why are these ones... I don't quite understand the radiation way. I don't quite understand how that works. But anyway, that's a state of repair. So why are my doors not opening? Apparently the base I removed is in really bad state of repair. Okay, but first things first, the power grid. These are red. That one's red, which is this battery. We need to figure what Glen did to the battery. See, this door doesn't open. Why? It doesn't seem to need repairs.
Equalizing pressure.
Instead, it just wants to play music. Dong, 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 dong. I remember that
Equalizing
tune.
pressure.
Where's that tune come from? Oh, people's air
Low pressure
horns.
warning.
When I was a kid, everybody's air horns used to make that noise.
New message.
Turns out that's called the barber shop or something. What is it? 2 cents. 2 cents a shave or something it's called. I can't remember. New message. Follow survival procedures. Well, that's not a new message. Meteorite. An unusual meteorite has landed in your vicinity. Head towards it and collect research samples. Okay, we'll bring that up on the MOOP. Bring that up on the MOOP. We've got to figure out this power though first. So hang on. Energy storage. So a battery with no power. So this is your power going in. That's your power coming out. Your power coming out says it has bugger all coming in. But didn't I connect the kilowatt power to this? No, I think the power kilowatt power was connected to this, and then you disconnected it, Glen. That might have been the problem. What? Yeah, and then I connected it to here instead. Okay, well, I thought that was the right thing to do. Apparently, for now, it's not. Maybe later on it might be. But for now, we're just going to plug it back in where it was. Which means I've now screwed with this thing. They'll survive. 4.8. No, that means I won't make any water, Glen. They need at least 5. Right. There's nothing else plugged into this then, is there? Okay. So what do they have? 13% each. Well, that's lucky for some. 26. 26. 26. I can't be bothered working out which ones are producing oxygen, which ones aren't. I'm just going to give them all. Well, Glen's. I thought 26. You mean 25, didn't you, Glen? And your math sucks. It's 20. You really need to learn how to do some mathematics, Glen. You really do. It's 20% divided by 5 gives you 100% power. I think that's how it works. Can you just balance out, please? I know my maths suck, but you don't have to criticize me for it, game. Oh, whatever. It's making fun of my math. Can we just get the show back on the road, Tim? Kilowatt power. If it makes a kilowatt, why is it making 88.0? Now we have... Where's... 2% going to here. What is this? See, this and the other one look the same, right? So it makes it kind of hard to figure out which is what, who is who, how is how, you know what I mean? In some ways, I'd love it if we could label them. So you could actually understand your own power system instead of it just going to a symbol that looks like that. Which is the difference? So are you telling me the input is going to the same place as the output, or the output's going to the input? It'd be really nice if we could label them. It really would. Because I actually don't kind of understand my whole fucking power system right now. It was so long ago that I built this that I don't really understand it. It kind of looks like it's going in here, doesn't it? So why is there so little power coming in? Power in, 409. So where's it all gone then? Yeah, I'd love to be able to label these. So is it this one that needs 100% power? I don't even know what these are. If I could label them, I'd know which is which. So, I think if we give this 100% power, 425 coming in. No, I've killed it. It was the other one. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It needs a label. It needs a system where we can just label things. This is going to the main habitation dome. This one's going to the battery backup. This one's going to the secondary backup. Or, you know. So I don't know where the rest of that power's going. I probably screwed something else up now. Power in is 440. So how do we get power out? Oh, power out's going to be more because of... But see, if this is 440, where the bloody hell's the other 400 gone? I mean, maybe I'm stupid, but... Capacity, power in. Oh, I'm not in the mood to muck around with that today. I'm going to do that in my free time. We're not planting anything today. I'm just going to redo the entire bloody power grid, because at the moment, I don't understand any of it because it's not labelled. It really needs a labeling system. Now, I don't understand why this door is broken. I'm really not in the mood to fix that either. There are certain things that I just was not in the mood today. I actually thought we'd come in and do something constructive today. But apparently constructive isn't going to happen. So we're going to ignore all of that. We're going to come straight down here and ask, how much power do you actually get? You're sending 126 out. Oh my god. See, that's not enough to grow plants. It's barely enough to run the base. Will this door open? Okay. Right. I don't understand why part of the base is working, part of the base isn't. Apparently it doesn't need any repairs. Because as you saw, I pulled the torch out and tried to repair all of that. It was this section here, isn't it? No, not this section.
Pressure.
Hang on. It's working now. Oh, for Christ's sakes, now it's working. Yeah, see, that's what I mean about this game. The developers are doing a good job. They're working hard on it and all, but why was this not working? Right. Okay, we're going to just forget about all of that. I'm not interested in dealing with what's bugging out at the moment, because that's just going to wind me up today. Let's just go out, chill and relax. Let's go do some mining. I need silicon in order to grow plants and do anything else anyway. What is this container? That's what I thought. So how did I get this on here? Because I remember I thought I went to put this on, but then couldn't get it off. Or I couldn't get it on. I don't know.
Oxygen source external.
Oh, the radar, dude. Actually, I forgot about the radar. Ooh. So we're just going to chill. I'm just going to track a drive. I'm not in the mood for that. I'm going to leave the radar on. I think it's kind of fun. And we're just going to go mining. I need silicon. With some silicon, I can then grow plants. I think the radar just sounds kind of fun. It's kind of annoying, Glen. I know. Annoying's fun. For other people, maybe. Not for me. Alright. I was about to say, where is... I put it... I repaired it. So it should be... Here we go. Bring that back up. Do we have... That's in slot 2. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna get some silicon. I will come in on my free time, if I remember, and just... Do I even care what the resources are? Let's just gather. And I'll redo the power grid. What I'll do is unplug everything and just completely start again from the kilowatt power. If I start again from the kilowatt power and just work my way from that and plug in the solar, I'll plug in the solar generators and everything else and then worry about the outputs, because at the moment it's just confusing. Yeah, I think a labeling system would make sense. So when you're looking at it, let's just say you have... Is my inventory full? No, why can't you? Oh, because it's not ground up enough. Let's just say you have a transformer and it goes out to 3 batteries. All 3... Well, actually, no. Let's look at this another way. You have 3 transformers all going in. Power from 3 transformers all coming into 1 transformer. And then that transformer then sends it out to 3 batteries. How do you know the difference between the transformers coming in? They're all going to be looking the same. 1, 2, and 3 is all they're labelled as. And then the batteries, they do the same thing. Makes it confusing. Anyway. Let's just gather some resources while I think about what the hell we're going to do. Because, okay, so the base is now working. I don't have to worry about fixing that. I'll do the power grid in my own time. We'll get silicon for planting. What else do I need to do then? What is on the schedule? We tried the pen drive. It didn't seem to work for me. Ads incoming, yeah. Yeah, there's a setting where I can have it so you guys know they're incoming. I can switch that on or off, and I can give you as much warning as I decide I want to give. I suppose I should wait till the ads are finished. Right, the ads are finished. Yeah. So yes, Staz, I can set the ads to give warning. And it lets you know 1 minute beforehand. I can set that as I please. I mean, you've got some Twitch experience. I'm sure you already know, but for anyone else that's wondering, I can set that whatever I want. So it can be 5 seconds warning that an ad's coming up, or it can be a minute, or yeah. I don't personally like having the ads, but I don't really have much choice with Twitch, unfortunately. And when if I get affiliated with YouTube, I won't have any choice with them either. I will try to coordinate the ads on both channels if that's possible, because I hate ads. I personally recommend an ad blocker for YouTube. Even if I do get affiliated, get into the partnership program thing, whatever you want to call it, this year, I personally don't give a damn if you guys are running ad blocker or not. I run an ad blocker. Freaking YouTube still freezes you for 10 seconds anyway. I don't like ads. Don't like the way they're done. And I personally run an ad blocker because, I don't know, for some reason, ad blockers magically fix your computer. Did you know that? You can magically fix your computer with an ad blocker. See, this is how it works. I decided I'd had enough of that 5-second pause. I'll just put up with the bloody ads. The ads are only 5 seconds long. So let's just put up with the ads. So I switched my ad blocker off. And suddenly my computer was playing up, dude. And had all sorts of problems. My firewall percentage was down and was about to run out. I didn't even know I had a firewall percentage. My Windows Defender was running low and needed to be topped up, or my Windows Defender was going to run out. I didn't even know you had to top up Windows Defender. I thought Windows Defender was just a free part of Windows. So I had all sorts of problems like that. My Windows Defender was running out, my firewall was running out, and I decided I'd switch my ad blocker back on, and suddenly all of those things got re-topped back up. My Windows Defender is now at full speed, full potential, 100% power, whatever it is. I don't understand all these things. All I know is I spent 20 years removing malware. And it seems to me that if you turn your ad blocker off, all you get is malware. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it was just a faulty computer and I'm 20 years out of date. But to me, it seemed like when I turned my ad blocker off, all I got was malware pop-ups. I don't know. Maybe I'm just 20 years out of date. Maybe my computer truly does need the firewall updated. Maybe my computer truly does need my Windows Defender updated. Paid for. Let's pay for Windows Defender, that's free. And I can't afford to top up a blocker percentage that isn't installed. So I turned the ad blocker back on. And now I just put up with the 5 seconds. I swear it's more than 5 seconds. YouTube, I do have to laugh. YouTube is losing a lot of streamers A lot of people I know are giving up on YouTube now because, according to them, they're no longer getting any views. Well, yeah, that's because people are sick and tired of the bloody pause. I personally have gone back to watching TVNZ. I have not watched television in New Zealand in 10 years, and I've gone back to watching TVNZ. In the evening when I want to just chill out, and I don't feel like the big long pause because I just want to watch something, I go and watch ads instead. I watch TVNZ and I put up with ads. Because I know I'm not going to have problems in my firewall percentages running out and things like that. If YouTube did something about the quality of its ads, I don't think people would mind so much. It's the quality of their ads. Because, I mean, I might be 20 years out of date, but I'm still pretty damn sure that firewalls don't have percentages. Yeah. Yeah, I do have to laugh. In the evening when I want to chill out now, I go and watch TVNZ and I put up with their ads because their ads last about 5 seconds. And then it's over. Oh, there is a longer ad that they do, but that's when they advertise something that they're going to screen. So they might screen a preview for a movie or a television program that you might be interested in. YouTube's ads work that way. Does YouTube ever turn around and go, hey, this is PewDiePie's channel. You might want to watch it. No, they don't. No, instead they charge PewDiePie. They take 50% of his income. YouTube, improve the quality of your ads, people will watch them. Oh dear. Anyway, so what else do we have to do? Do we have any suggestions on how to operate this pen drive before Glen goes off on a spree, not knowing what he's talking about? Aluminium, is it? It is, yeah, it's blue. They've changed the colour of the aluminium. I kind of like the new colour. The new colour is stands out a lot more. Because the old ones... See, because... Okay, for anyone that's wondering, in the recent update, you'll notice when I'm pulling a rock apart now, you can actually see the ore. I think it's kind of a cheat. In a way, you don't have to pull the entire rock apart. You can actually see the ore and then avoid the rest of the rock. Well, I suppose it's not really a cheat. You'd do that in real life too. But I don't want to have half-drilled rocks lying around my game. So you can now see the ore as you're drilling. And go straight to the ore. The ore what? I don't know, but the ore anyway. We got, yeah, TV licensing fee. Oh, dude, don't pay it. Sorry, I shouldn't tell you that. That is not legal advice. If you want legal advice, go to a lawyer. But there are even channels on YouTube, and they tell you don't pay it. Okay, so this is my personal opinion. This is not legal advice. This is what I would do if I lived in the UK. Well, no, Glen. This is what I did, because I live in New Zealand. And we used to have a TV licensing fee. And eventually enough people protested about it that we don't have a TV licensing fee anymore. But you know what? We still pay a TV licensing fee, people. Don't get overexcited. We still pay for it. It's called fucking GST. Okay? You guys have GST. We have GST. Everybody has GST, apart from America. America just has every other damn tax. See what I mean by you can see the ores? You're all going to pay tax in the end anyway. It's how much tax do you pay and what is included in your tax. So I remember many, many years ago standing in front of a big glass ranch slider door, which you could very clearly see through. and behind me was a TV. And you could very clearly see the TV was on, it was playing, and everybody else in the house was watching it. And I came to the door, TV licensing fee man, and I just said to him, I don't have a TV. He said, well, you might not have a TV, but you're all watching TV. I can see the TV. So I don't see a TV. This is a TV behind you. And I'm still looking at him. I don't see a TV. There's a TV behind you. I don't see a TV. And I'm looking around over his shoulder, behind him, not behind me. Just acting really stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's, well, you know, TV licensing fee, blah, 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 blah. So look, mate, I just rent the property. I don't know what you're talking about. Fees, licenses, none of that has anything to do with me. I'm just a tenant here and I just rent the property. You might need to take that up with the landlord. And in the end of it, they were sending me letters telling me I need to pay the fee and everything, and I just ignored them. And eventually it went away. But I do know that you also have the option to say, I don't need a TV licensing fee. If you send them that, that's kind of like acknowledging that you know you're supposed to be paying one. And
Oxygen
they
source,
will
external.
continue to keep charging you after that. I would actually say, and like I say, this is not legal advice in any way, shape or form. I personally, if I was living in the UK, I would ignore it and hope it goes away. I personally would just hope it goes away. I don't know. You have over 75 or have bad eyesight. Really? Really? I would just say you don't have a TV. Well, no, you don't. It's not that you have, don't say that you don't have a TV. You don't watch TV. Okay? Have a look at the way it's stipulated and just, you don't watch TV or live recordings. See, you don't have to pay your licensing fee to watch my channel on YouTube. But if you watch BBC on YouTube, you have to pay your licensing for a fee for that. You don't have to pay a licensing fee to watch my channel or anybody else's channel. But you do if it's BBC or any other organisation that is funded through the licensing fee. Now, don't get me wrong. Here, like I say, here in New Zealand, we have we used to have a TV licensing fee. It's gone now. It's included in our tax, but we still have to pay the fee, and it all still works the same way. The only difference is we don't have to pay a separate fee anymore. Why are my batteries low? Oh, and now it's kicked over to the other one. I'm noticing it just says it's low down there. I would have thought that would now show I'm on the second battery. That's interesting. But see, we still have all the same system here in New Zealand. And I think a lot of you guys have seen movies like Lord of the Rings, King Kong. There's all sorts of New Zealand movies that you guys have seen. I bet you guys can list more New Zealand movies than I probably can. And at some stage during that movie, you will see that it was made by TVNZ or it was made by New Zealand On Air. That all is still our TV licensing fee. That's what our TV licensing fee goes towards. It goes towards making programs like Coronation Street and BBC and stuff like that for you guys. For us, it goes towards things like Lord of the Rings and TVNZ, which is our television news, which is like your BBC. So Lord of the Rings and things like that is all paid for the same way. But we don't pay for it as a separate license now. They just take it out of GST and all the other bloody taxes. It's still there. But it's not a separate fee. It's not a separate license. Because people refuse to pay it. And the thing is, you have a choice. You can choose to pay it and know that you're paying for things like BBC, Coronation Street, Red Dwarf, which was one of my favourite all-time programs. Love Red Dwarf. That was made for out of your taxpayers' money. Love Red Dwarf, which is why every time I play House Flipper 2 now, I seem to be going, Fitch! And for anyone that's wondering, yes, that's where that comes from, watching Red Dwarf. That's paid for out of BBC taxpayer money, sort of thing. Not BBC, but you know what I mean. English taxpayers' money. So it does go towards useful things. You may not notice it. You may not notice it personally, but look, I personally don't have a problem with paying a TV licensing fee. I have a problem with paying it as a separate fee. That's where I have a problem. If it's a separate fee, I'm not paying a separate bloody fee. Just add it to something else. Add it to my GST or add it to my freaking whatever else. My, what is it? PYAE. Pay as you earn. That's what we have here. We have PAYE, pay as you earn, and we have GST, goods and services. Those are our two taxes now. So you pay one when you make money, and that includes your bank. If you've got money in the, so when you pay, when your boss pays you, you pay tax. When that money goes into your bank account, you pay tax again on that same money. When you then go to spend it, you pay more money on that same. Pay more tax on that same money. We all pay, and if you work it out, we all end up paying approximately 50% tax, no matter where you live. And you'll figure it out that if you add them all up, I did this many years ago. If you add all your taxes up together, it comes to around about 50%. Doesn't matter whether it be GST, whoops, wrong button, GST and PAYE, or whether it be GST, TV licensing fee, and whatever else you might have. It'll all add up probably to around 50% in the end, and we all probably pay the same bloody thing. What you really need to worry about is what value for money are you getting? Are you getting free medical care like you do in New Zealand? Or are you having to pay for that at a separate cost like you do in the US? Are you getting subsidised subsidised medicines, subsidised dental, like you do in New Zealand? Or are you paying extra for that? Will your dentist send you so bankrupt that you'll spend the rest of your life paying the bloody dentist off? That's what you really got to concern with your taxes. Where does it go? I wouldn't worry about how much you're paying. Worry about how much you're getting out of it. That's my opinion. Yep, we all pay about 50%. But for my 50% tax, I don't have to worry about starving. I don't have to worry about ever going homeless. I don't ever have to worry about ever having a medical illness that I can't afford to pay for unless it's natural. Doo-doo, doo-doo. If it's natural,
poor tool condition.
I'm screwed.
Repair it at the workshop table.
If it's an accident or an emergency, if it's an accident, so, okay, let's say I have a car accident. Let's say you come to New Zealand. It's your first time ever in New Zealand, and you decide to play chicken, and you just slam into me head on. I don't have to worry about my medical bills.
External.
I don't have to worry about my medical bills. You won't have to worry about yours either, because you're an idiot. And just because you played chicken and slammed into me doesn't mean you should have to worry about your medical bills. But should I get an illness of some sort, maybe a cancer, for example, there's lots of those, I'm screwed, mate. I'm going to have to pay that off for the rest of my goddamn life. But we're not close enough. So for me, it's more what you get, the value for money you get for your tax that's important. Why is this thing not saying empty? Oh, because I'm not... Well, we all know that, Glen. It's not saying empty because you don't have the other doodacky on the back. We came here to repair our tool condition, new tool.
Equalizer pressure.
Yeah, rather than worrying about
Low
what you
pressure
actually pay in taxes, I would be concerned with what value for money you get. Germany has a really good medical system, as far as I understand. If you have a problem in Germany, you're generally covered because you paid for it all in your taxes. But if you have the same problem in America that you might have had in Germany or New Zealand, you're screwed, mate. You're going to be in debt for the rest of your bloody life because American taxes don't cover enough. What the hell? How did I end up out here? Whoa! American taxes don't cover enough. I actually can't tell you. Well, okay, no, I was about to say I can't tell you what American taxes cover, but that's actually not true. I do know what American taxes cover. American taxes are paying for weapons for Ukraine, for Israel, possibly Taiwan, but I'm not sure about that. American taxes pay for NASA, CIA, FBI. American taxes pay to have a top secret base in New Zealand that I'm not supposed to know anything about that spies on me. Oh, sorry, it doesn't spy on me. It spies on terrorists. What else does American taxes pay for? I actually don't know. You Americans might better help me with that. Other than spying on me, Australia, China, you, half the world, supplying weapons to foreign countries. You guys might be able to tell me what your taxes pay for, because I honestly don't know what your taxes pay for. I honestly don't. If you get sick, need medical care, any of that stuff in the US, you have to pay for it all yourself. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just YouTube, but I see all these people on YouTube saying, well, I got a dentist bill, cost me this many thousand, and cost me my home, and or a medical bill. It cost them their home because they couldn't pay their medical. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about how much tax you pay, mate. Worry about what your taxes cover. And you're in the UK. Your taxes cover a whole hell of a lot more than they do in the US. I don't know what your taxes pay, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that you guys at least get something for your money. I know you get the BBC. What else do you get? I know you get the BBC. You get Red Dwarf, because I like Red Dwarf. Okay, yes, I know. Red Dwarf was made friggin' 30, 40 years ago, and I'll catch up one day. Yeah. The Great Outdoors. Did we go the wrong way? Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about what you pay in tax. I'd worry about what you get for your taxes. That's my opinion. We don't have to pay hospital fees too. Good. Right. So when you say don't have to pay hospital fees, you'd have to pay some, but some are also covered. It would depend on what it is. So if you are in your shed and you're cutting a piece of wood and you put your hand on the blade to see if it's spinning and you cut your finger off, that would probably be covered because you're stupid, but that's an accident. But if you got maybe, I don't know, lung cancer from smoking, that's probably not covered, I'm guessing. I don't know. Like I say, guessing. That's how ours works. If you get lung cancer smoking in your garage while you cut your finger off, the lung cancer I don't think is covered. But if you cut your finger off, that's covered because that's an accident. Now, see, here's another thing that makes me laugh. For those Americans who are thinking, oh, all our medicals are not covered. Well, maybe you should come to New Zealand, because I know that somebody I met, I swear to this day, I could be wrong, had a broken arm when she came to New Zealand. And the reason why she was so goddamn determined to come to New Zealand was because she had a broken arm and couldn't afford to cover the costs. And it turned out, well, this is what I think anyway. This is what I swear to this day, because I was a second choice. She needed somebody in New Zealand to come here and get her, cover her medical costs because she had a broken arm. And she was first coming to meet somebody else. And then she ended up coming to meet me. And I swear all she wanted was her medical costs covered, and she had a broken arm when she was coming to New Zealand already. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she really did think I was a person she was attracted to. But then why did she lie every second that she was here? I don't know, man. But anyway, not the point. But yeah, I met somebody, I swear to this day, that she had a broken arm when she came to New Zealand. And because when she set foot in New Zealand, she had a broken arm, she was able to get all her medical fees and everything like that covered. I don't know. Maybe the hospital might have turned around and said, no, this arm's been broken for a week or something, or a couple of days. I don't know. But yeah, all her medical costs were covered when she came to New Zealand. She told them that she broke it picking her bag up. She told them she broke her arm picking up her bag. And I don't know, man. And mind you, her bag was pretty goddamn heavy. Why people need to carry such heavy bags when they're travelling, I don't know. Don't you only need clothes? I mean, I've travelled before, but don't you only need clothes? You know, I've never gone overseas. But generally, if I was to go overseas today, I would take my clothes. And if I had a laptop, I would take my laptop. I don't have a laptop, so I probably wouldn't. I'd take my phone. What do you really need? Because see, if I was to go just about anywhere in the world, I probably wouldn't take bugger all. Because I would, in theory, probably find that no matter where I went, everything was cheaper. What was that noise? I thought I was about to be attacked by something. I reckon no matter where I went, everything would be cheaper. From what I understand, it would be cheaper to buy a new t-shirt anywhere I go than clean the one that I have in a laundromat. You know what I mean? Even here in New Zealand, if I wanted to go to a laundromat here in New Zealand to clean my clothes, I would need to clean what would it cost? I think a laundromat here in New Zealand is about $15. Which, let's be honest, the t-shirt I'm wearing now cost me $12. So I suppose if I was to launder both my shirt and my pants, it would pay off. But I would have to do like a week's worth of laundry or you know what I mean? Because if you're only paying for the items that you're wearing now, is it really worth it? I think if I was to go overseas, I would probably just buy new clothes. And that way you can have a memory from when you were overseas. Come home with all this dirty laundry. That's what I'd do. I'd come home with a whole bunch of dirty laundry, probably. And I'd have all these t-shirts that say things like, I love New York, and Boston, Massachusetts rules, or, you know, whatever. All the people from Boston now thinking, yeah, Glen got that right. He knew we were involved. Hey, James, how you be? How you be, mate? Always good to see you, James. We're having one of those. Actually, James, where are you from? Tell us where you're from. Are you from the US? I get the feeling you're from the US. What do taxes in the US pay for? We were discussing politics and things that you're not supposed to talk about. So if you feel like telling us where you're from, you know, as in country, not local area. I'm from New Zealand. You're possibly from the US. I'm not sure. We're trying to figure out, do you pay about 50% in tax? And what do you get for that 50%? Do you get free dental care, free medical care, or do you get free rockets sent to Ukraine? What do you get for your 50% tax? Oh, dear. It's one of those days, James. I'm sorry, mate. It really is. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, dear. And then other people would say, hey, if you're liking today's stream, remember to give it a thumbs up. And at least I haven't asked you in the first 30 seconds, like a lot of people do. That kind of aggravates me. I want your guys' opinion on that. When you go in to watch a video, the video's only just started, and then they ask you to give it a like. How do you feel about that? It kind of aggravates me. I'll tell you if I like your video after I've seen some of the content, mate. How about you tell me what today's all about? And maybe I might give you a like. But I don't even know what today's content is about. At least give me 5 seconds to decide. Oh, dear. Yep. So I want to know what you guys get for your taxes. So England, that is England, isn't it? That gets medical care. Now I know Germany gets medical care. So New Zealand gets medical care. Australia. I know I've got some Aussies out there. Aussie! What do you guys get for your frickin' taxes? I think you guys get some medical care too, don't you? I want to hear from you Aussies. Give me an oi 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 in the in the comments and tell me what you get for your frickin' taxes. We pay for prescriptions unless medically exempt. Right, okay. I think you have a similar system to us. I think ours is very similar to yours, but based on the American system. So, I think yours is based on the American system too, where everything costs you and it never used to. But ours is based on the English system, where some of it's exempt. So, let's just say... What scenario do we have now? Hang on, we had cutting off our fingers. Right, so yes, I'm in the garage and I decided to cut my fingers off to see whether or not the blade was spinning. Right, so that was now covered by ACC because the doctors at the hospital are laughing at me going, God, you're dumb, man. That had to have been an accident. Right, we need you to take some painkillers, dude, okay? Yep, as much as you think you're staunch, we want you to take some painkillers. Here's an aspirin or a Disprin, or maybe it's something else. Most of those are going to be covered as a subsidised cost. So let's just say it's paracetamol, okay? And paracetamol is $70 a prescription. I'll get it for $5.50, and the government will pay for the rest of that out of tax. Just because the Americans want to charge us $70 for the prescription, the New Zealand government will pay most of that in taxes, and I will pay $5.50. But if they say, right, so you need paracetamol as well, there's another $5.50. You're also going to need Voltaren, right? There's another $5.50. You might want some antibiotics. There's another $5.50. So they're all going to add up, $5.50 each. But when you get to a certain level, I think it's like $200 or something 400, I don't know. I don't get that high.
Oxygen source
Luckily, I don't spend that much on medications. But when you get to a certain level, and they've decided that you spent enough, $200, I think it is, $250, they then turn around and say all your prescription fees are free from now on. And so long as it's those normal ones that would be subsidised, they'll all get covered for free. If it's something else, like maybe a cancer treatment or something like that, I don't think that's covered. Because like I say, that's not subsidised medications. I don't know, normal subsidised. Whatever's normally subsidised. And that can be really stupid. Some of them can be really stupid. So I can get normal subsidised for medications like morphine and stuff like that, right? I can go to my doctor and I can say, oh, doc, I'm sore, I've got a bad back, oh, I need morphine. And that'll get subsidised. But if I go to my doc and say, hey, look, I've got, oh, I know one. I've got a fungal growth, doc. I've got this fungal growth and I need a fungicide. Oh, that's going to cost you $75, please. We have some weird ones. Yeah, yeah. I remember one time actually having to do that. Because the flat where I am, when I moved in here, was damp, mouldy. And I ended up with a mole growing on my body because the flat was so cold and damp. And it's $75 for the treatment. I've done it twice so far. It keeps coming back. Can't afford to keep doing it at $75 a pop. Comes back about once every year or so because the mattress I am in, I believe, has to be thrown out now. I believe now that they've actually fixed my bloody roof finally. It took me years to get them to, I had to threaten to take them to court. They finally fixed the roof. But everything I own is rotten or rusty. I didn't even know that stainless steel could rust. I had to ask them that. But yep, stainless steel rusts. Did you know that? If it's left wet long enough, it'll rust. So all the stainless steel things that I own, like my dishwasher and my toaster and all that, it all rusted when I moved into this flat. Because it was so damp. My bed is rotten, it's fallen apart, I have to replace that.
Sleep deprivation warning.
Yeah. And one thing that makes me laugh when it comes to that, we got flooded where I am last year. Some people drowned in their own homes. The government offered people who had lost their beds $200 compensation. A bed is going to cost me near $2,000. For $200, I can't even get a second-hand one.
Source external.
I've looked. A second-hand bed's going to cost me $500.
Detected.
Oh, wrong one. Well, maybe I should just sleep in here. We're not going anywhere. Yeah, it cost me $500 for a second-hand bed, which I refuse to pay. But the government offered people who had lost everything $200 in the floods last year. And the reason why we flooded was because they haven't cleaned out all the storm drains and things. Oh, my battery needs charge. Oh, I can do that here. I can do that here. Yeah, we'll just sleep here for the night. Yeah. It's what you get for your taxes that matters, mate. Prescriptions unless medically exempt, yeah. Why? What is that one? See now that? I don't know. Maybe that's the Discord audio. 25 should be enough to go to bed. Oh, but then I need to charge up for the bloody morning anyway. Now, hang on. Does this charge just one battery or all of them? Ah, so one battery is nearly full. So when it says that it's 25%, it's actually charging all your batteries, not just the one. Good. So it's 25% overall power, not a battery.
Oxygen, 50%.
Oops, smack the
Suit
microphone
power,
around.
25%.
Mike. All right. Now we'll charge up a little bit while we wait for the sun to come up. Oh, I didn't bring food with me, did I? Well, we're not going to last long with the food we've got. No, no food. No food. We're not going to last long with this food. I'll go out. I'll get a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, if I was an American, I'd be kind of annoyed with not getting free medical care, but having bombs sent overseas. That would actually frustrate the frig out of me, if that's what you're paying your taxes for. Personal opinion. I'm anti-war, but being part of anti-war means why are you, being part of that is why are you sending bloody bombs overseas? Why? Why are you always starting wars on the other side of the bloody planet? That's not what your taxes should be paying for.
Available point for technological advancement.
Yeah, I'd be annoyed if my taxes were going towards that. Right, silicon. Oh, one rock out of there. Okay, we've got a point. We're about to get hungry, so... Oh, no, let's just keep working. Let's work until I'm hungry. So we still haven't established what American taxes pay for. I know most of my viewers are American. Surely somebody can tell me what your taxes pay for. Oh dear. You try and Google it. I saw something the other day that was... I'm not even going to try and remember the amount. It was such a large amount that when I saw it, I couldn't even believe it. But it was the amount of money that's been sent overseas to countries like Israel, Ukraine, Afghanistan, etc., to pay for war. And the amount was in the absolute trillions. It was in amounts that just make my mind boggle to the point where I don't even want to try and think what it was. You know, my brain's saying 170 trillion, but that was probably nowhere near it. I don't know. It was an astronomical amount. I couldn't understand it. And yet, there are terrorists walking across the American border every day. I mean, I'm not into border walls, but I do think that people should go through a border the right way. You know what I mean? I believe anybody should be allowed into the US if you're not a freaking criminal and you don't commit crime in the US. I personally think they should all be allowed in, but I think they should have to go through the right channels, and I think the cops should know who's in their country, sort of thing, if you know what I mean. We do a census in New Zealand. I don't answer it, but every 10 years you're supposed to admit that you're in New Zealand. I believe every country has a right to know. I just don't like the census. You have a right to know, but with the amount of spying that governments do I really need to go through and answer a silly question telling them whether or not I have a girlfriend and what I ate for lunch and whether or not cornflakes is better than rice bubbles, and I don't know what's on the census. I haven't done it in a very long time. I think that's what they ask, isn't it? Whether or not cornflakes is better than rice bubbles. It's all very important to knowing whether or not they should order more rice bubbles. They have to know these things. Because if you've got 8 million people in New Zealand and everybody's eating rice bubbles and they're all ordering cornflakes, could you imagine the havoc that would wreak on a country? 8 million people wanting their rice bubbles and they ordered cornflakes? That's the sort of thing that causes world wars. So that's why we have a census every 10 years where they ask you, do you prefer cornflakes, rice bubbles, or wheat bix? Sorry, when I was a kid, I used to have this joke. It used to deliberately annoy people, and that's why I used to tell it. And the idea behind the joke was to just annoy people for as long as possible. And the moral of the story was, more people preferred little pink wheat bix to little pink cornflakes.
The tool is not suitable for use. Repair it at the workshop table.
I think my record was about 1 hour and 20 minutes telling this joke. It wasn't really a joke. It was me talking about this little pink lady that walks and lives in a little pink house. And a little pink lady opens a little pink door and goes across a little pink hallway, up the little pink stairs into the little pink bedroom. And yeah, I'd ramble on like this, and in the morning would turn up a guest. And she'd walk down the little pink hallway, down the little pink stairs, across the little pink mat, and through the pink hallway, and blah, 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 blah. And I'd go on for as long as I possibly could, trying to remember as many elements of her house that there were. Everything was just pink.
The tool is not suitable for use.
And then after rambling on for an hour or so, you'd turn around at the end of it, and the punchline of the joke was more people preferred little pink wheat bix to little pink cornflakes. It used to piss people off. I used to love telling that joke when I was a kid. These days I don't bother. I'll just tell you the moral of the story and how stupid I was. Okay, one thing I have learned. I brought this trailer on the back to store all of our resources. Now the problem with that, as you can see, I have worn out my tool twice and not stored a single bloody thing. So, that means we either need to carry spare tools or this thing is useless. Unless we're going somewhere. Because that was the purpose of this thing. Put our stuff in it. But if we're never going to use it, it's pointless. So maybe we need to switch this for the other one. It's the Sandman! How you be, buddy? How you be? Hey, Sandman, you're British, aren't you? We're trying to figure out what you get value for your taxes. I think you're British, aren't you? So you actually get something back for your taxes. Something other than bombs. Alright, we're here again. Let's go repair me tool, mate. Yeah. In fact, we could actually do with a place to repair the tools here would be nice.
Low pressure warning.
Maybe what I would actually recommend if you're going to start a new game, what I would actually say is have your, I see gas. I do too. Have your workbench close to where you spend most of your time. Have it close to your grinder and other places that you spend most of your time. Because for me, I have to run all the way back to the middle of the base to repair my tools. I have to run all the way back here just to repair my tools every time. Whereas if I had this right next to where I parked, we'd be off and gone by now. America, and we pay out the arse in taxes. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're trying to figure out. What Americans get. I know you pay, well, when you say you pay out at the wazoo, I personally have done it in the past where I figured out that everybody worldwide pretty much pays about the same amount of tax. It's around about 50%. But the question is what you get for your 50%. So in New Zealand and in the UK, as I said before you came in, if I'm out in the garage and I cut my finger off with the circular saw because I want to see if the blade's spinning, that's an accident. So that's covered by that's covered by accident compensation, part of our taxes. That's part of being employed. You pay accident compensation tax in your employment when you're working. Even if you're not working, you still pay accident compensation tax as part of your unemployment. So if I go out to the shed and I grab the circular saw and I cut my fingers off, I'm not recommending you do this, by the way, no matter where you live. I'm not. My father did it. He looked like an idiot because when he used to clench his fist at me and yell at me, he used to give me the finger because he couldn't bend his middle finger. But anyway, he used to give me the finger all the time because he was an idiot. He decided that the best way to find out if the blade on your circular saw is spinning is to use your finger and spin the blade. Turned out that when you have I think he said 4-year-old kid watching, no, it might have been older, and they actually squeeze the trigger, put their finger on it, and the blade starts to spin. Funny enough, that actually cuts your finger off. I know, it's really kind of amazing, isn't it? How when a 4-year-old who touches the trigger on a circular saw while it's plugged in, and you're playing with that blade with your finger, it's amazingly enough, it cuts your finger off. Anyway, that's covered by accident compensation in New Zealand. So you'll get your medical costs paid for. Hell, you'll even get the ambulance paid for. And then once you're in hospital, they'll give you painkillers and everything else. And that's all paid for too, because it was an accident. Honest. I really didn't think it was going to cut me bloody finger off. Wow, that's kind of amazing. Anyway. That's the sort of thing we get in New Zealand for our taxes, mate. And for those who are thinking I'm joking, no, this is a real world example. My father did that. He's about as intelligent as they're thinking. Oh. And no, it wasn't when he was old and senile. No, it was when he was in his prime. Which is dumb. He was doing stupid shit. Which is why in the US, oh, now it makes sense. Oh, okay. No, see, I saw this video the other day. And at the time I thought, why is this guy bitching about this? This is a safety measure. Come on, dude. So apparently if you buy a saw in the US now, a circular saw, by law, it has to have a blade stop. So if you are dumb and you decide to put your finger on it to see if it's turning, like my father did, the blade will instantly stop and it doesn't cut your finger. That's now compulsory. You can't buy, well, this is what I believe anyway, you can't buy a circular saw brand new in America, whether it be a bench saw. I don't know if it's a bench saw, but for me they're all just circular saws. Anyway, he was talking about bench saws, but they have to now have a safety stop. So if you are dumb enough to put your finger on there to see if it's turning, it won't cut your finger off and the blade will stop turning, which kind of ruins the idea of trying to figure out if it's turning. How do you know if the bloody blade's turning then? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure they'll come up with a method to find out whether or not the saw blade on your saw is turning. I don't know. There's probably a way to do it. Other than putting your finger on there. And cutting your finger off. I'm sure there's another way to do it. But yes, in America now, you have to have a safety stop on your bench saw. To buy them brand new anyway. Insurance companies charge a premium, a co-payment, and hospital care if they don't hurt work covered by... Glen, it's over there somewhere. Covered by industrial insurance compensation. Work takes... Woohoo! Look out! It's going to hit me on the head. It will knock you out or even kill you. But work taxes take small amount from out... Oh, they cut from your paychecks. Right, give me a sec. I'm going to go back and make sure I didn't miss any of that. But, right. So, if I understand this correctly, in New Zealand, if I put my finger into my circular saw and cut it off, my ambulance, my doctor's bills, and my medicines will be paid for. In America, if you put your finger into the saw blade and cut it off, Ukraine gets bombs. So does Israel. That's actually kind of helpful. I see now how that would help. Put my finger back on. Actually, no, because that makes complete sense to me, actually. If you're doing stupid things, like giving people, you know, paying for all their medical fees and everything like that if they're doing stupid stuff like cutting fingers off, that's just stupidity. Why would you pay for that? It'd be better off to actually send bombs to another country, because at least they're not stupid enough to be putting their fingers in a saw blade. I've worked out the logic. Almost half of your paycheck. Yeah, that's what I said. It's about 50%. Yep. State, federal. Yes. Yep. Yeah, if you work it out, it's usually 50%. No matter where you're from. It's usually plus or minus 5% of 50. So the most expensive I've ever heard was 55%. I think it's 53. But they covered a lot more. And I think the least expensive was 45%. But they didn't cover anything. And I think that was the US. Actually works out to about 45. But that 5% that you're saving is what would normally, for most people, cover the medical costs and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, New Zealand, we have pay as you earn. So that's, I think that's what they still call it. That's what it was called back in my day when I was a kid anyway. I don't know about these days, man. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Pay as you earn and GST. GST is what you pay when... Well, goods and services. So you pay it when you buy something. You also pay it for a service. Yeah. GST. I used to call it Glen Suckers Tax.
Oxygen
Or
source
government
external.
suckers tax. That's it. When people used to come into my house, I'd ask them for a cigarette. That was Glen's smoking tax. If you wanted to smoke in my house, it would cost you a cigarette. I don't smoke, but give me a cigarette. That's Glen's smoking tax. Otherwise, go outside and bloody smoke. Oh dear. After a while, it got to the point where people started going outside to have a smoke because cigarettes became very expensive in New Zealand. Yeah, if you ever come to New Zealand on holiday, make sure you bring your full quota that you're permitted. Oh dear. Otherwise, you'll end up paying government smokers tax, or government suckers tax, or whatever it is. Smoking tax. They've actually been adding 10% to the packet of to the cost of a pack of cigarettes for over 20 years now. So a pack of cigarettes, let's say it cost you $5 back then. Okay, so they add 10%. So next year it's $5.50. Right? Then they add 10%.
Carbohydrates.
So it's now $5.55. Then they add 10%. Cigarettes are now up about $30, $40 a packet. Because they just keep adding 5% every year. Or 10% or whatever it is. I don't know. I think it's 10%. Pretty sure it's 10. Yep. So you can't afford to smoke in New Zealand anymore. Unless you grow your own. It's legal to grow your own tobacco. You can't sell it. And you can't give it away. By law. I have to laugh at that because I did my research. I was giving it away for a while. And when I did my research, it turned out I can give you the seeds, but I can't give you the leaves. Weird. Weird law. So what I actually did for a while, because I couldn't give away the plants legally, was I started growing them in pots. And then just told people there's 5 pot plants out the front of my house. Oh, they got stolen. What a bugger. And then it got to the point where people just started taking advantage of that and they just started stealing all my tobacco.
Source external.
I didn't smoke. Didn't matter. They just started stealing all of it. I like to grow things. But they didn't care. They just started stealing. Oh, it's that miner. Oh, I forgot about a miner. They just started taking all of it. To the point where my plants were getting so stripped that there was never any leaves on them and they wouldn't grow anymore because the neighbours were just raping them. Oops, that's probably the wrong word. Yeah, anyway. 250. Nice. Nice. And it's getting silicon. Oh, I thought it was getting something else.
External.
Silicon's what we needed. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. So we need yellow base. Where is it? Right. We should now have enough silicon after that to actually get all of our gardens going. We could become merry, merry, quite contrary. And we could ask, how does our garden grow? Because you all know that one, right? Merry, merry, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With silicon, you dumb fool. That's why we've been out mining it. I think that's how that nursery rhyme goes. Oh dear. Okay, I know what we'll do in the morning when we wake up. We'll go and get that meteor that the game was talking about. I'll repair my tools. We've got enough silicon now. I'll repair my tools. And in the morning, we'll go and find out where that meteor is. I thought we were going to get airborne. I just had a feeling we were going to get airborne. Right. Okay. All your lights off? All your lights are off. Right. To 42 kilowatts going in. That'll do for now. We have 990 of 1300. Yes, so we haven't used much. I'll leave it on that overnight. I'm going to close this door.
Warning.
Just close this. Is that one closed? It is. Just in case we get any more storms. Because I think that did quite a bit of damage. Why is the door not opening?
Available point for technological advancement. Equalizing
This
pressure.
thing's still broken again. See, I don't understand why. This one's opening. I don't understand why that one's broken. It's going to have to be replaced, I think. I think it might have to be replaced.
Sleep deprivation warning.
Sleep
Alert.
deprivation warning. Alert. Okay. Calm down, game. All right, chill. Just take a chill pill, mate. Gonna have breakfast. We're gonna see how our wet is. Battery power, we're fine. Wet should be fine. Okay, and oxygen will do, hopefully. There we go. Right, we're fine. 2-bedroom house or apartment. Hang on, what did I miss? Half our checks,
Oxygen,
then another
30%.
quarter on insurance, dental and social security. Most people cannot live with one income. Family takes a minimum of 2. Yep. Whereas when I was a kid, only rich people had a two family income. Now, what I mean by that was, well, it's not quite.
New message.
Maybe in America it was different, you know, because you had when I was a kid, maybe there was still some very poor black homes. But I'm talking about New Zealand. When I was a kid, only the rich had 2 incomes because poor people had to take care of their kids. They had to stay home to take care of their kids. Why have we lost bloody power? Okay, we're not worried. What are we doing? Are we going to go after that meteorite? Oh, power's back. Is the door open this time?
Equalizing pressure.
Yeah, see, I don't know why these doors are opening sometimes, but not other times. It's this one here, isn't it? That's weird. I don't know why sometimes it says yes and other times it says no. Not sure on that one. Okay. Let's unplug this hush puppy and we'll go for a drive. Oh, open, not closed, Glen. Should have plenty of power. Oops, I ran to the wrong side. Should have plenty of power.
Oxygen source. External.
Yeah, look at that. Plenty of power. Right, let's go find this meteor ore. Oh, hang on. I'm going to repair my drill. Okay, so where is the meteor? Way up there. Okay, I'm going to repair my drill. Should have done that when we were inside. Oh, I got to do the water and everything too, Glen. The water, the oxygen. What else have you forgotten? Batteries. Okay, we're just going to go the long way home. You were already home, Glen. That's what I said, the long way. Full 360 pretty much. Okay. And back home again.
Equalizer
Let me
pressure.
in. Stop giving me excuses.
Low pressure warning.
Stop giving me excuses like low pressure. I'm under pressure here. Alright. Let's repair that. Because I think we need this in order to do the meteor anyway. Wish I was rich. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. And I am comfortable now, actually, funny enough. When I was working, I used to struggle. Used to absolutely struggle when I was working. And then I had a few health issues. And my doctor took me out of work. And strangely, I'm better off financially now than I was then. I don't know what sort of system I live in when I'm financially better off to be unemployed, but I absolutely struggled when I was working. Now that I'm not, I have a lot less costs. I eat less. I don't have to pay for a car. I don't have to pay for insurance on that vehicle. I don't have to pay for registration or warrant of fitness on that vehicle. I don't have to pay for gas on that vehicle. It actually turned out most of my expenses that I had were costs to work. So eating, I eat once a day now. Whereas when I was working, I used to eat 3 meals a day. Yeah. I generally tend to find, now that I'm not working, I cost a lot less to run.
Water refilled.
Which is the weird bit about it. Because, yeah, I don't have to have a car. I don't have to have car insurance. Don't have to have registration. Don't have to have warrant of fitness. Don't have to pay for fuel. Don't have to pay for oil changes, tyres. Whoa, man, there's a lot of costs in working. But you don't get compensated for any of that, do you?
Water refilled.
I brought Dealer Simulator. Oh, yep. Have you started it? How are you finding it if you have? If not, okay, let me know. Yeah, Insider's playing that one. It doesn't really look like me. I asked Insider what he thought of it this morning, and he said he's quite enjoying it. So, although it doesn't look like me, he said he's enjoying it. It might be quite a good game.
Oxygen source.
Not started it yet.
external.
Okay, yep. Yeah, no, it just didn't really look like me. I do have to laugh, though. One of his first comments was, for a simulator, he doesn't have to pick up garbage. That just made me laugh. Why is it that was his first comment? Is it that all of us gamers are starting to think that the word simulator now means trash? Picking up garbage? Is that what it's starting to come to? That everybody thinks that's what a simulator now is? You have to pick up garbage? And his first comment was, well, at least I don't have to pick up garbage. I find that quite amusing. Oh dear, where is this ping coming from? Is that it there? I'm not sure. I'm just going to do a 360 until I see it. Hang on, blue. Blue's not one of mine. I think blue might be it. Blue's not... I don't use blue. Green is the original base. Red was the secondary base. And yellow is where we are now. This has to be it. Unless that's water. And I'm just detecting water. I could be. Wouldn't surprise me. We are taught very early in age that there's no such thing as free. There's always a catch. Well, that's why I was saying, we get all of our medical costs and everything like that covered for free. But it's not. It's still covered by a tax. Yeah. There's still a tax in there. So, if I want to cut my fingers off with a circular saw, getting back to that horrible idea, that's covered by accident compensation, which is paid for in... Why is that black? Am I going to fall through the earth? Holy shit, I've done that in this game. Oh, yes it is. Yep, that's a problem. Hang on, let the game load. Whoa. Yeah, accident compensation is paid for out of... It's one of your taxes when you're working. So when you're working, you pay for pay as you earn, GST, ACC, probably a few others that I can't even think of anymore. But yeah, ACC, Accident Compensation Corporation. It used to be a government-owned organisation. I now believe it's all privately privately owned. I don't know anymore. I believe the Americans came here and said, "We've got this really good idea. We'll give you some money if you sell us things you can't do without." So New Zealand sold everything that we couldn't do without. Our power, our telephones, our railways, our roads, everything that we couldn't do without, we sold it to the Americans because they had a fucking good idea to give us some money for it. And, oh, come on, game. And now, about 20 years later, we pay for everything out the arse. It all goes to America, though. So, all of our, like our power, in the past, if I paid for power, well, it still works this way for me, because I live in an area that's not completely full of idiots. But when New Zealand sold the power companies, for example, a lot of people just ended up paying their power bills, as it is. But for me, I actually get money back every year, because where I am, they refuse to sell. Or they didn't sell all of it, or something. They kept some shares. So every year I get a rebate. And that helped to buy my computer that I'm using now. That went towards this. But yeah, they sold all the power companies, the telecommunications, the roads, the railways. They sold all of that to Americans because Americans reckoned that we didn't need to waste money on that sort of stuff, and we should sell it to them and it would make more sense. Yeah. So now, New Zealanders pay out the wazoo because we had a government that wanted to make money on a very short-term basis. And the funny thing about that is they borrowed the money in order to pay off our deficit. They never paid off the deficit, and we actually owe more money now than we did then. So we owe more money now, but we don't have any of those assets anymore. So the power companies and everything are all gone. We'll never be able to afford to buy them back. There we go. Nothing else, no. Never be able to afford to buy any of that stuff back. It was all sold.
Oxygen source external.
But we owe more money now than we did beforehand. Funny that, eh? I mean, let's think of it. You own a business, right? Let's say that business is... it's a woodworking business, right? You grow your own trees and you make wooden toys. And then you start selling those wooden toys. Well, I had this brilliant idea. If I sold the land and then rented it from somebody, I could then buy those trees back from them. That's pretty much what it comes to for us. Yeah. We're now buying our own shit back. Because we had a government that wanted to make fast cash. I do have to laugh. When I was a kid, the deficit was about $1,000 per person. And as a kid, I actually said, well, $1,000 isn't that much. Why can't we just pay it off? I believe it's more like $1 million a person now. I don't know. Could be completely wrong. But I want to know what I did with my $1 million. Where did mine go? Or whatever it is. Even if it's a few $100,000. Where did mine go? Because I don't know what I got for it. I have nothing to show for it. I have no house, no car. I have food. Where did my $1 million go? I know some of it went on medical and dental, and some of it's gone towards helping me now that I'm no longer working. But shit, mate, if I couldn't earn $1 million when I was working, then there's definitely no way that I'm getting that $1 million back from not working. It kind of doesn't make any sense logically, man. If I couldn't earn it working, then there's no way I'm getting it back not working. I don't know where it went, but apparently I spent $1 million somewhere. That's the problem with money today, though, isn't it? You spend it and you don't know what you spend it on. At least in America, you guys can proudly say you sent rockets to Ukraine. At least you guys know what you spent yours on. I don't know what I spent mine on. Right, we have our meteor. We have talked a lot of politics. We talked a lot of shit. Why is my crane activating? I am nowhere near the ramp as far as the entry point. Right, iron, aluminium, calcium. Where's calcium? Is that calcium? That's calcium. Wow, we have a lot of calcium. Isn't that supposed to be good for my teeth or something? Hasn't helped so far. Is that silicon? Yes. Right. Now, how much silicon do you reckon we need to do our plants? I'm going to take the whole lot. I'm going to fill all the garden beds. And if they're just full, then I should have the right amount, right? You don't actually have to jump, Glen. You can just... Oh,
pressure.
Let's just go fill all the garden beds. Oh, I remember what happened now. I remember what happened. I had dirt in them and I rebuilt the blasted thing because it glitched. And when I rebuilt it, I lost all the silicon because it was going to take too long to transfer. I remember now. Right. What I don't remember is how do we get silicon in here? We have to put it into... That's right. We have to put it into the doodaddy what's it. Where's the doodaddy what's it? We don't have one, do we? It's meant to go on there, isn't it? I think so. Oh no, here it is. The doodaddy what's it. Oh. I think we just log in. I can't remember. Yeah, we do. So composter. I don't want to do all of it. Let's split some. No. Oh, you've got transfer all, which is what it just did. So what's the difference between transfer and transfer all? I don't know. Split, I think is what you're looking for, Glen. Let's try like 100 for now. Let's try 100. And I recycle. And now we have dirt. Right. Now we have dirt. Dirt's always fun. Okay, soil plots. Okay, I didn't think it was going to go that freaking high. How many soil plots do you reckon we're going to need then? There's 20 on each for now. Leaves me with 39. Oops, let's go 30. Hold the button down, it spins really fast. 30. 29. Near enough. Near enough. Near enough. Good enough. Near enough. Alright. We can plant in here now. We need to figure out the power supply first, though. Yeah, I still have 700 silicon on me. Whoops, wrong way. I could put more silicon into these ones while we're at it. I don't know if I actually have... Oh, I do in this one. Split. Let's just put 100 in here. Recycle. And we'll put 100 in here for now. Oh, I won't need 100 in here. Not in this tiny little one. Go 25 for now. This is small. I don't think it'll need anywhere near that much. I mean, I don't even know if it can go to 25. Well, okay, I was going to say it's already at... No, okay. So I can supply up to 44 in here. I don't think I even have a need for that much. I honestly don't. Okay, so what we're going to do, I reckon, for the next time I play, we'll get some greens growing. But I'm going to need a regular power supply for that. I wish I could get rid of that. We're going to need to... I'll have to do that in my free time. Unless I do it now. And then we start plants. Otherwise, what's next? As I do what? Plants, yeah. Very early age. Oh, no, I read that. Yep. Everything in life is free, mate. You gotta learn that. You got free speech. Shut up and tell me you don't. Stop telling me you don't. Isn't that right? You got free speech. Shut up and stop telling me you don't. If you're telling someone to shut up, I don't think it's free speech, mate. So we have a lot to grow. I'm thinking, let's sort out the power supply. Let's just finish the power supply and let's get plants growing. What time of the day is it? 16:39. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's sleep. Let's get... Okay, alright. Let's start with... Make sure all of our batteries, everything are all on charge. Make sure we're ready to go tomorrow. Can I put it into either slot? I can. Okay. Let's charge that up. Right. I could probably print a few of these. Not off here I can't, but out of the other one. What do they cost? Because I've got resources now to afford it. Suit batteries. 10 silicon, aluminium and iron. Actually, let's do that right now, before I go to bed. It's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's get a bunch of suit batteries. Because we've got the battery charger.
Equalizing pressure.
We should have enough. To print a whole bunch of them. Suit batteries. So let's just say I got carried away and said 10. 150. Oh. Let's get carried away and just do 10. That gives me the 3 that I've got, which will go into my suit, and 10 spare batteries. Actually. No, that's fine. Oh, I forgot that you can't stack them. Oh, I forgot you can't stack them. Oh, and that rocket. That's the other thing that we could be doing, is putting that rocket together. I'm going to take all these batteries and go and put them in charge. I'll come back for this stuff in a minute. Oops, wrong thing. Is that all the suit batteries? Yeah, I'll come back for that stuff.
Equalizing pressure. Low pressure warning.
Whoa! Trying to go too fast now. Okay. All right, that's all of them. No more mucking around with the batteries now. Just put them all on frickin' charge and we'll be good. I might actually do that with the rest of my stuff too. Maybe open up, make extra oxygen bottles and stuff would be a good idea. At the moment though, I'm not too concerned because I already keep forgetting to take that one. I do that all the time. Okay, I don't need to switch that actually. Oxygen's the only one that needs to be switched, and even that looks full. Yeah, I don't go through a lot of the oxygen bottle, but we could make a few extras. Right, so yes, what I'll do is I'll resort the power supply. And then next time we come in, we'll be able to just get the whole garden going. Where am I? Great outdoors. How the hell did I get there? Right, let's go back this way, shall we? Dead end. We'll do water in the morning. Whoops, that's the bedroom. We'll do the water and things in the morning. Right. So yeah, I think what I might do is just redo the entire power grid. It'll make more sense if it's just completely redone, I think. Or at least the original section has to be redone. The secondary doesn't. It's the secondary that's not getting any power. And then next time I come in for the next stream, I'll be able to plant up the domes. We'll do a range of plants and see how much water it all uses. Lunch. Power flicking on. Will it come on before I get to this door? No. Come on. Just turn my power on, mate. There's my power.
Equalizing pressure.
Alright. Let's have a look. If I want extra oxygen and water bottles, what is that going to cost me? Water bottles. I mean, I might as well, right? So I'm not mucking around all the time. I know they don't stack, though, is the problem. And oxygen. Yeah. Yeah, I'll never need to make water, oxygen, or battery again. Pretty sure all the rover extensions are in. Let's have a look. I don't think I can put any more rover extensions in, but yeah, I can put more oxygen bottles in here. Oxygen rover oxygen bottles, but no more batteries. So where's the rover oxygen bottle? Rover oxygen extension. How many of those could I fit? 4, wasn't it? Let's do 2 for now. Can't remember if it was 2 or 4. Let's do 2 for now. It's a pity the oxygen bottles take up so much space. But what I'll do is I'll just spread them around the place. I'll have some on the motorbike, some in the rover, some on the some in the main area. I'll just spread them around so that when I need oxygen bottles, they'll just be oxygen bottles. Where did you put that? Oh, you haven't put it yet. Oh, here they are. Okay. Right, let's extend the rover's oxygen. Yeah, it is 4. Okay. I was thinking, I'm sure it's 4, but we'll make 2 for now and just make sure. This will make a big difference anyway. Oh, went to the other side. Kind of thought you'd put it down the bottom. There we go. Just easier that way. But it's 4 batteries, and we can't put any more batteries in. Right. So that'll extend. Should we just put the other 2 oxygen tanks in then? Might as well, eh? Just fully extend it. Because then we've got all the basics. Is there anything else that we haven't actually built? Oops, 2. Not sure. These take a while to build, eh? Right, so we could work on the rocket. I could see if I could put the rocket together today. Because I don't really want to do the power right now. That's going to be kind of boring. We'll see if we can assemble the rocket, shall we? Which means we need these parts. Trees! Yeah, we'll get to... I reckon we'll get to the plants next time, mate. What we'll do is, for now, I'll extend these. Then what we'll try and do is put that rocket together. And then next time I come in to play this one, we'll go hardcore into the plants because we should have plenty of power. So much so that if we do get low on water, we can make way more water because we were short on power was the problem for the water. So we should be good for that now. Which means we can just fully max that out. Fully max this out. Start fully maxing out everything, pretty much. Right, so the rover should now fill those automatically on its own, I think.
Oxygen source external.
I can't remember how these fill. Do they fill while you're driving around? Or do I have to connect it? It doesn't have a connector, does it? Or does it? It does have a connector. Ah, okay. Okay, well, we don't need to fill it today. We can fill that up with oxygen another time.
Oxygen source external.
All right. So, rather than doing the plants, oh, the rocket. Nah, I'm driving around thinking, what was the next thing I was going to do? It's the rocket, Glen. You've just driven away from the goddamn parts. Far in, mate. What are you doing, you clown? Actually, I might go park this up. It'll be just easier if this thing's parked, actually. Correctly parked, I mean. So yeah, we'll get into the trees. Next one. For now, we'll try and assemble that rocket. Because if I can assemble those rockets, so we can get meteor defenses running. Right, so let's grab some of the oxygen out of here. Put that into the rover. How many do you reckon the oh, they're going to need filling first? Oh, I'll just swap them for the ones I have. Can we use these? Hang on. Can we use these? When we first started, these actually contained oxygen and stuff. Oxygen. If I take this one out, I've got no oxygen. Is that the only one I have? What about a water then? Let's see if these can be put in here. No. See, when I first started, there was a helmet and oxygen bottles in this. You'd think these oxygen racks would hold oxygen. You'd think, wouldn't you? But they don't. That's kind of sucky, which means you have to put them in here. So what's the point of having... Okay, so there's already 2 oxygen bottles in here. What's the point in having the oxygen bottle rack in that case? Fire extinguisher, never used it. Not once have we ever used a fire extinguisher in this game. Let's go 3 oxygen bottles here. I'll take these ones back and refill them. So I'll have 3. There's 3 here that are full. We have... I want 3 waters here. Oh, that sounds like a bad plan. 3 waters of this controversial thing we have in New Zealand where they want to join the 3 American water companies. Because yes, the Americans brought our water as well. They want to join the 3 of them together
Suit
now,
power,
and they're calling that 3
50%.
waters. Let's just go and fill all this stuff up. How about that? We just go and fill all of our oxygens, all of our water bottles and other stuff. And then we'll come back for the rockets and stuff. So yeah, the 3 American power water companies that own all of our rivers and lakes, along with the indigenous people, are now trying to decide whether they should combine it into one company. That makes sense, eh? Force us to divide it up because one company is a monopoly. Then once we divide it all up, come up with a brilliant plan to combine them because it would save on management fees and other expenses.
Low pressure warning.
I mean, I wish I was that intelligent. I really do.
New message.
How do you convince a government of something like that? Dude, that's got to be really intelligent to be able to convince a government of something. Oh, maybe governments are just stupid. Yeah, that's always made me laugh. It always has. Oh, dear. Right, we're going to fill up a whole bunch of oxygen bottles. Bottle. Oh, that'll help. Couldn't you do it for me? Oxygen is good. We'll be paying for that soon, mate. We started paying for water. We'll be paying for oxygen next. I presume everybody pays for water where they live now. I don't pay for water where I live. But if you build a new house, then you will get a water meter put on it. And if you live in a different area to where I live, you'll have to pay for water. Everybody pays for everything that should be free. It's free for you, it's free for me. You just gotta pay your bill to the man over there. Isn't that the way it works? It's free. You just gotta give money to that guy over there and he'll give it to you for free. Right. There's a whole bunch of oxygen bills. Bills? Balls. Bills? Those will be bloody bills, mate. Right, we want some oxygens in here. Three in there. I'm just going to spread these around the base, quite frankly. We've got 3 in the rover. We want 3 in my bedroom. Whoops, I went straight past. If I have them scattered everywhere, then I know where they are, if you know what I mean. Not water, you get... I didn't just put water down, did I? Let's go and fill the water bottles. I didn't put water down in that other one, did I?
Water refilled.
This could take a bit, switching these around, because you've got to... It has to be the one in the tool belt, yeah.
Alert. Hydration critical. Water refilled. Water refilled.
Can't just leave it on. See, leave the tap on. Switch the bottle.
Alert. Hydration
I have to actually
critical.
turn the tap back on.
Water refilled.
Water, yep, you've got to pay for that. Yeah, I thought so. Yep, we just started that in New Zealand about 20 years ago. If you live in one of our big cities like Auckland,
Water
you have to pay for
refilled.
water. If you live where I am, water's still free, but if you build a new house, they'll put a water meter on it in preparation
Alert.
for when they
Hydration
start
critical.
charging
Water
everybody.
refilled. Water refilled. Water refilled. Alert. Dehydration critical. Water refilled.
Right, we ain't never going to have to worry about
Water.
the water and oxygen for ages. I was going to say ever again. It'll be a while. It won't be... It'll definitely happen, but...
Dehydration detected.
Oh, shut up. Stop nagging, game. Right. Okay, all of our water bottles full. Let's go and put water with these oxygens that I stuck over here. Okay, it was oxygen. So we want water, water, and water. Don't need the blowtorches. Okay, so 3 oxygens, 3 waters. We could probably put 3 batteries in here too. Oh, no, no need because they're just upstairs. And we'll put 3 waters in here. So we've got 3 oxygens. Three waters. 3 carbon dioxides, don't care about. Now, the rover. Let's see what the rover has. If I've got 3 of each and each, we'll never have to panic when they start running low. Right, so oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Water, water, and water. Okay, I don't have a 3rd carbon dioxide, but how often do I even use carbon dioxide? Not terribly often, in all honesty. So I'm not going to worry about it. Right. I might put these extra things down in here. Because I don't really need to be carrying them around all the time. Oh, there's actually a 4th one. Wow, it's a lot of oxygen. Actually, carry 1, Glen. Carry 1. Okay. We want to grab our bits out of here and see if we can assemble this rocket. Oh, can you just... The fact you actually have to drag it into the square, I was just dragging it across and dumping it. Not good enough. Not good enough. Grab all me bits, me pieces, me stuff. Cordless drill helps placing decorations. Hasn't done a damn thing so far. Game. Hasn't done anything. We still didn't manage to get all the bits. Wow. Okay. Let's put our tools into the rover then. Actually, that's probably better off inside if it's for decorations. I'll put power and water in here too. The uranium rods. What do I need to do with the uranium rods now? Because they were only really used for building the power. I don't think I really need to hold on to them. That still takes up most of my inventory though, doesn't it? I'm going to put this other oxygen bottle. Oh, I don't want it. I want to keep at least 1. Just for an emergency, please. Okay. Inventory. Let's see if we can assemble this thing. I don't know how. Don't know how it works. Oops. But we'll go and have a look. See if we can figure it out. Set my entire bloody inventory full again. Give me oh, we've already got a solid rocket fuel. They don't stack. Yeah, they do. Solid rocket fuel stack. Nice. Is there anything else I can stack? No. I'll put the first aid kit in the rover, and then we'll grab that helmet out. Right. Now, is that everything? Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can... Oh, go this way then. Let's see if we can assemble this thing.
Equalizer pressure.
My damn rover's in the way. Now we need water. I think I'm good for water. Right, let's try and assemble. Whoa! I went straight over the railing. I'm going so fast. Slow down. Slow down. You move too fast. Gotta make the rocket blast. Right, I don't know. Assemble. Oh, well, that didn't work. Give me it. Assemble. No? Rocket camera. Nose cone. Well, obviously this is not how we do it. Camera. Solid rocket A nozzle. So I would have thought we'd start with that, but no. Maybe we need a different workbench? I don't know. I still haven't figured out how to assemble this blasted thing. I mean, you've got wing bits. Solid rocket A winglet. How about we just start with a solid rocket then? Solid rocket fuel. Explosive. 19 of. No. No, I don't know, eh? Solid rocket A core. There's no instructions for this, in case you're wondering. No, that's the wrong bit. Where's the B core? There we are. Oh, that's an A core as well. No, not sure. Not sure. Yeah, I've seen, man. Okay, buddy. Cheers for coming in, mate. Take care. Have a wonderful afternoon. Oh, evening. Sorry. Oh, no, it's still afternoon for you. Catch you later, mate. Thanks for coming in, Sandman. Nope, I'm not sure. Not sure at all how we do this. And then when I step out, it's gone. So that's not it. Electricity... Mechanical. I'm going to put all these in the mechanical workbench for now. There's no point carrying them back out again. I don't know how to work them. I don't know what I'm doing. Rocket A segment. Solid rocket fuel explosive. Rocket A segment. Is that what I need? The rocket A segment, maybe. Oh, that's our electrical, Glen. That's not the A segment, is it? Yeah, rocket A segment. Assemble. Nope. Yeah, I don't know, eh? I'm just going to leave them here for now. These don't stack? No. Is that all the rocket components? Yes. Don't know. Not sure. There's no inventory here though, is there? There's an inventory label, but there's no inventory. I'm going to put the drill away. I don't see it's of any use to me. I'm wondering, hang on, let's try it in another workbench. I actually want to try it. It gets less and less effective. I want to try it probably in this one. Don't know if it'll do anything, but let's try it. Start decoding? No. And I have parts over here. I want that.
Sleep deprivation warning. Alert.
So no, that's obviously not how this thing works. I don't know how it works. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm open to any suggestions or advice on that one. I don't know how to do that. Also, the same with the rockets. If you've got an idea on how to assemble the rocket, let me know. But yeah, I can't seem to figure out how to decode that. I can't figure out how to build the rocket. So we're going to move on from both of those. What are we? Must be just about 3 hours now anyway. Yeah, I think we'll just about leave it. Nothing else to do today anyway, is there? I want to redo the power. I'll do that in my own time. No, I think we'll just leave that as it for today. Because I can't think of anything else that I need done as such. It's, yeah, 9 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for today. I'll come back to this one. And of course, we'll carry on from where I am. But I still don't know how to do that, the rocket for the meteor defense. If you've got suggestions or advice on that one, let me know. And I will try to get the power done. Redo the whole power grid. Either they will do it at the start, at the next stream, and then we'll start planting up. I'll start with the small plants that we have lots of. So I think we have lots and lots of like tomatoes or apples or something. We'll start with those, corn, things like that. The things we have most of. And we'll turn them into compost. Then, once we've made a good compost round, then we'll be able to start planting up all the domes correctly. And we'll put in trees. We'll have one for trees, we'll have one for vegetables, and we'll have one for whatever else there is. I don't know. I think trees, vegetables, and in between would be things like maybe the apples and stuff. But we're going to call that it for today. So thank you everyone for coming in. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, now you can decide whether or not it's worth giving that thumbs up. We don't ask you in the first 5 seconds around here. But yes, take care. Tomorrow Mark and I will be doing Conan Exiles multiplayer. If you'd like to join us, you are welcome to join us. We're going to be basically probably just setting up a base, setting up the main buildings, getting the religion started, and maybe trying to capture our first residence.
Warning.
Oh, here's Mark. How are you, buddy? Okay, guys, take care. Bye.
Warning.
Warning, warning, warning. You keep telling me. What are you warning me of? A meteor shower. Well, I am not going to wash myself with blasted meteors. Could you guys imagine having a shower with meteors? That sounds painful. Later, guys.